Remember when this used to happen all the time? Yeah, I kind of wish I could forget. I'm gonna be straight with y'all. The reason I'm doing these vlogs is, you know, I believe in therapy. I've been in therapy for the majority of my life, and I think it's a superpower. I think being able to tune in to where you're at in an honest way and work with yourself that way is fantastic. But I've been lax. It's been the case that I just hate mood journals. I really think they're stupid. You can, over the sort of the aggregate of the lifespan of a mood journal, kind of derive certain conclusions, but I hate them. So we're doing this instead because, yeah, videos are easier. I get nervous about these sorts of things. I'm always, as I'm filming it, well, not always, like right now I'm trying to be in the moment. Usually when I film these things, I'm always thinking of like, what's the correct angle? Can I do this? Can I do that correctly? Is it gonna bounce around? Stuff like that. Oh, and the wire in the back, and then let me flip that. Which, by the way, don't ever fucking flip your shit like that. It's not a good idea. You can flip it, but make sure that your eyes are at the same point. I do a lot of this stuff, a lot of like trickery and tomfoolery, and part of it is that I'm clever and I enjoy optimizing and I enjoy these things. But a really big part of it is fear. I think in a straight head-to-head with someone who's neurotypical in terms of a content creating career, I think I just lose. You know, I struggle with bipolar disorder, and, you know, the meds make it not a very big consequence in terms of interpersonal stuff. But as far as working with myself, it becomes very difficult. When am I going to be able to get up on time becomes a variable. That produces a tremendous amount of anxiety. Can I count on myself today? Can I do a simple thing like get on the treadmill? It's fine until I hit a very low point. Now, this is why the mood journal enters the picture. Right now, I feel in a good spot. I'm not crazy hype. I think crazy hype, regardless of what your mental proclivities or like, you know, flaws, whatever. If you have a situation where you're kind of overly hype, I don't think that's real, and usually for me it's a sign of fatigue, and I think that that's true for a lot of people. That is also why I've found making videos to be exhausting. When you do react content, the more you react, the better, right? So when you film react content, generally speaking, you want to be in a really good spot. You want to be to where your energies are high, you know, you've ate well, you've slept, you've showered, you're just feeling good so that you can enjoy something and be on the ball, I guess. React content is still a performance, and people conflate performance with, they think performance means fake. It doesn't mean fake. It means you are cognizant of doing something a certain way so that other people can enjoy it more. That's just called being good at your job. Reactors who do not perform do not tend to do well. Having a history of performance, in my case, I definitely understand that has to come from a genuine spot. It cannot always come from, you know, like when you get up in the morning and you go to work. I didn't get up at 5 a.m. to go work at a grocery store, and I wasn't like at my best. No one was. You came in and you had your fucking way too much coffee that they were brewing right then and there, but it was cool because it was Trader Joe's coffee, like fresh ground. And then the fucking pallets come in and giant boxes of apples and bags of potatoes that you never thought were so heavy in your life. And you just do that for like 3 hours straight. And it's like kind of panic mode, at least in the store that I was at. I was in one of the bigger stores in the tri-state area when I first started working for Trader Joe's. I think it's important. I think it's important to be able to get work done in that situation where you're not at your best, because you're not going to be at your best. It's just not going to happen consistently. It's unreliable. And that has nothing to do with bipolar disorder. That's just people. That's humans. I told my wife today, I said, you know, I'm really trying to set some new routines. I really want the responsibilities at home to be a little bit more limited, just for now. And my wife, like, I can't believe how lucky I am. She said she understood. She didn't like it at all. She didn't like it at all. She was kind of grumbling as she was doing a lot of the stuff in the household that I usually do. But she has been saying this for years, the routine. I made so many videos where I just demolished I just cannot insist enough that usually routines are a bad idea. They're only a bad idea when you're trying to change something. There are certain things that can be constant. I was a Pilates instructor. I know what a good stretch is. I know my body. I don't have to come up with a series of elaborate stretches every day. I just need to get up in the morning and do the ones that I know work. I don't need to come up with a sophisticated, cardio routine around my treadmill. I just need to get on it consistently and do it. Now we come full circle to content. I love getting better. Really do. That's what I love. That's what gets me up out of bed in the morning. And it used to be that I did that for singing. Now getting better at singing feels obligatory. And there's a lot that goes into that. The main one is that it's pragmatic to focus on my videos. That's what pays the bills, right? I've been singing for a long time. I shouldn't rest on my laurels at all. I should improve. It's difficult to find the motivation to do it unless it's in video format. I don't know if you're catching a theme here. I want to take care of my emotions unless it's in video format. I don't want to get better at practicing and get better at singing unless it's in video format. I've always been that focused. And in being that focused, in trying these new things in video format, really what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get better. So I am breaking a routine. There will become a time when these mood journals, these vlogs, become routine. It is at that point that I'll want to tweak them. Never be satisfied, right? I want to go in here and I want to be like, this is what I want to do with this. Already, I'm on OBS, I record live. Already, I'm like, okay, this being to the right, this switch right here, way too jarring. So I have to find a way to make this switch without moving where the eye line is. You can kind of see how that goes. Do it, there we go. If I do it well, the crop in doesn't feel so weird. And also these auto pause jump cuts are a little weird as well. The fact that my crop ins are on a foot pedal, I thought it was a brilliant idea, but the foot pedal is a little unreliable, as you can see. I do like the lighting. I've made an improvement on the lighting. Definitely, the thumbnails have all gotten better. Screwing around with stuff is fun, but you have to do that when you're at your best. You can only be at your best for like 2 to 3 hours a day. I'm not pulling that out of nowhere. When there's so much documentation about practicing, I've made myself familiar with a lot of it because my job for a long time was to practice and be the best singer that I could be. Pay well, spoiler alert. And as much as I hated to admit it, I would practice for, like 7-8 hours. If treating yourself like shit in order to work more was effective, I'd be one of the best damn singers in the world, but it doesn't work that way. You have to protect your ability to play. Acting teacher who was really astute and with a certain observation that I thought was just magnificent. He said, "Singing is serious business. There's a reason why it's called a play." And that just fucking, I was like, holy shit. I'd never thought of the verb and the noun as being together. That's kind of incredible. Singing is serious business. But you can only do it so long. That's when routine comes in. And routine is usually not romantic. Whenever we see boxing montages, right? Dum dum da da dum da da dee da dum. Training is exciting. Blah, blah, blah. I've actually been trying to make montages to make training look exciting. It's just not. The real truth of it is fucking boring. Like my body is, will be off this day or that day in a certain way. I know how it is. I go do a stretch and and then I'll do some cardio and jumping jacks before I sing. And then I will, take a thing that I hear, I will mimic it, I'll slow it down, it's not romantic. It's not like, let's get it done, let's go. That's not what it is, and this foot pedal seriously needs to go. I've been wanting to change this system of foot pedal for like years. I think it's like Alt-K and Alt-J. Okay, it's Alt-L. There we go. So much easier. This needs to go though, this is bad. Feeling good about the work that you do that is unromantic is difficult. You can't always give yourself a pat on the back for doing basic shit. You should just do the basic shit. I got on the treadmill for 5 minutes. Am I going to throw a party? Do I have a party hat? Do I have a brr? I don't. And I don't think it would be healthy to do that. What I am proud of is just fucking doing it and making the goal of doing that every day. I used to justify all that effort by saying, this will make me a better singer. That's just not enough anymore. Kind of don't. I got what I wanted out of singing. I feel like I understand myself as an artist and as a person, and I can do, for the most part, crop in with the keyboard here instead of the foot pedal. Look at that. That's control. Anyway, I'm more interested in being you know, a better spouse, better teacher, better video creator. I know I'll never sing as well as Beyonce. So many reasons. I know that I'll never sing as well as Pavarotti or Anthony Dean Griffey. That was the goal. And I think it was okay for a while to pursue that goal and get better and have that be sort of the thing I push myself towards. There's a time where continuing that sort of illusion of possibility becomes unrealistic and unhealthy. So what goals do I set? Don't know. To be honest, I think that's healthy. There is no big, grandiose goal. My wife and I, we own this house. It's not the Taj Mahal, but it's a roof over our heads, and we own it outright, which is insane for our age. I'm in largely good health. For the areas in which my health is not so great, I have doctors for. We can afford doctors. We have insurance. That's amazing. You know, could my marriage be going better? Yeah, everything can be better. But the point is this. When things are good, it's not the time to flip the fucking table, right? So that's when routine matters. Much as I hate it, it's unromantic, it's boring, and it probably makes for a really shitty video to talk about it, but it's the truth. I fucking hate it. But it works, so we'll do it.